Oh yeah! Wiki 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 what? Welcome, Warcraft 2 fans. Today we have here under the greatest Twitch TV, you can see it is Shotgun X. He's going to be training with KHB, getting ready for that big $1,500 big cash prize they're taking aim at from Tora, real generous with his big cash prize. Generosity that he puts out there for these wiki Warcraft 2 World Championships of the world. We have special thanks to Steve. Steve's actually playing in this game here. Going to be allying Nuks, unless it's Dopa playing. But I do believe it's Steve. He's going to be, he put up his own big cash prizes for a big cash prize tournament. And now it's Steve in the blue. And he's going to want to cash in on the big cash prizes that Tora puts up. He made it all the way up to the finals with 00 Logan in the finals versus KHB and Shotgun from Clan Cloud9. So they've all been to the World Championship stage, and they're practicing on up to enter that stage in just a matter of days. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll have ourselves a new wiki world champion of the world. Wiki Warcraft 2 already. It looks like Team Dynasty Nuks is doing a little bit of tower exchange there with his opponent. K to the H to the B, that's King Hillbilly. As King Hillbilly, very successful in the StarCraft 2 world, as well as the world of Warcraft 2. Many of the tournaments have been won by him, including the championship of 2023. So if you too want to be a wiki Warcraft 2 god, then you need to get out there and play for like 20 years, which is what Cloud9, Shotgun, and King Hillbilly have did and continue to do as they are practicing on up for this 2v2. Very big for them as they both are eyeing that $1,500 with hungry eyes. So Shotgun gonna check to see if he has a neighbor. No, not likely. Then he'll return on home. So as King Hillbilly, looks like Shotgun's grunt was very successful in shutting down Team Dynasty Nuks' future hopes and dreams. But there is another player out there who goes by the name of Steve, 00Steve, with a license to chill and give big cash prizes himself and get up to the finals of the 2023 World Championships. We'll see how he does with his teammate, which would be Team Dynasty Lux, not Team Dynasty Nuks, who he's allying currently right now. But Team Dynasty Nuks is pretty good, not quite as good as Lux. And they made it all the way to the finals, him and Team Dynasty Lux. So that'd be Logan, was his 00 name. Alright, it's going to be the duel from the small 9 o'clock and just an axe thrower for defense. That means he's been putting all of his gold ducats into technology. So he'll likely be one heck of an unmitigated power duel. Here comes the peon. If he takes the fight to the grunt, he could possibly beat that grunt, but not likely going to be the case. He's probably just going to run away and then build a building up here by the 11 o'clock spot and try to inhabit that, as the 4 o'clock just hasn't been working out for him as much as he probably would have liked. 3 grunts going to be enough to deal with that tower, and wow, actually, looks like that 11 o'clock spot has been ocupado for quite some time. So King Hillbilly going to have to pull himself up by the bootstraps after that neighbor war, which he successfully was able to defeat that 4 o'clock position with a little help from Shotgun. And then Shotgun has the catapult. It looks like he's going to stay back on defense and go for the counter duel. Now this is done just in case there's some kind of a chop out ogre rush here from the likes of 00Steve. And might not actually work out too well for him if 00Steve decides to go right towards rampaging, bloodlusted ogres. Then perhaps won't work out for him as well. Shotgun going to maneuver on over and power on up towards bloodlusted ogres himself, which will pretty much guarantee that he is able to get bloodlusted ogres at the same time, if not before. And then he's going to send his catapult out here. I think he's very confident that it is no longer a possibility of a chop out. So one grunt going to lead the way for the catapult to go harass the exit of his opponent's base. Or is he maybe just going to harass that 11 o'clock spot and try to make it a 1v1 or a 2v1 if King Hillbilly pulls himself up by those bootstraps and brings himself back into this game. But right now it's a one-man show. King Hillbilly is there to help with the tower. He says, please let me in 12. And we can see already there's the chop out. So Catapult's going to turn right back around and walk right on home. Because with that chop out, a couple of ogres could easily destroy that catapult with the greatest of ease. Tier number 3 on the way for pistol grip, double barrel shot, buckshot shotgun. As he decides that... he's just going to wait for those bloodlusted ogres before venturing out on the map. He knows there's likely a group of bloodlusted ogres that's going to be probably even a little earlier than his own, as he's had to invest in some forces to harass that 4 o'clock and 11 o'clock spot. But still, he's the one base bloodlusted ogre army build oftentimes does beat the duel to a bloodlust, depending on how much defenses the duels had to build, and an axe thrower and a catapult in the very least have been expended there. So here the ogres are pushing out, still not ogre mage, however, so it looks like Shotgun will likely be a little bit ahead of his opponent. He's going to send one grunt out there to scout so he can see if bloodlusted ogres are indeed about to rampage his base, or perhaps go after King Hillbilly and make it a 2 base versus 1. 3 base if you count that 11 o'clock spot. But that 11 o'clock likely won't be important anytime soon in this game, as he's going to have to build himself all the way up from the bottom, and it'll be probably a GG game over by the time he's actually able to influence the game. But all that the dueling player has to do is hold out long enough, and that 11 o'clock will start to be important. And look at that. That's the style of Ooh, Steve. King Hillbilly says, watch out, it's me. And indeed, it probably is. If he's doing some expansions down there at the small 5 o'clock, that's a bold maneuver. A nice guard tower, a nice cannon tower set up here from KHB. But that's not going to help him in the least, as the assault seems to be directly on his base, as the expansive, unmitigated power of the duel from Steve reaches its full potential. Just a few moments away, and bloodlusted ogres have arrived for sawed-off Shotgun as he brings the action down to that 5 o'clock spot, pulls his ally out of the stormy seas. You're not drowning on me today, buddy, as plenty of bloodlusted ogres are going to now punish that small 5 position for being set up shop so closely, or not. Gonna ignore that small 5 and take and gather up his forces. Will he attack the small 9, the small 5? He's got plenty of places to attack. Looks like he's setting up shop too. Actually going to be right down the main drag here. 9 bloodlusted ogres waiting in the winds, however, but a huge group of bloodlusted ogres from 00Steve gonna punish KHB. He says, me again, OMG, but here comes the rescuing forces of our hero, Shotgun. That's a bold maneuver to build a town hall right there at the small 5 o'clock position. 00Steve, but he's actually got one at the 8. Maybe even one at the 6. He's doing a very expansive, even at the middle. This guy is just getting too big to fail. I'm talking, his name is 00Steve. He's got a license to expand all over the place, obviously. Building ordinances be darned. He's everywhere. Anywhere you choose to look, his name is Steve, and he's bringing the action in the world of Wiki Warcraft 2 World Championship style. This is exactly why he and 00 Logan were able to make it into the finals versus KHB and Shotgun when they nabbed their first championship ring. And are they going to get another one here as Torah has put up that $1,500 championship purse for the winner? And here comes a lot of chicken dinner coming your way from Shotgun as he lusts up his ogres and sends them right to the middle. Do not pass go. Do not collect $100. You are needed in the middle of the map. But it's a trap as the ogres from blue quite easily clean these up. You can see what it means to have 18 bases as 00STEVE do have. He's got so many bases. He's lost a couple of them. They're just all over the place. This is the gigantic SP. He's not even going to stop though. Well, he's going to actually have to stop and destroy this base. That is such a bold maneuver to be mining from the middle of the map, indefensible. And it looks like the 5 o'clock has paid for that expansive behavior, but the 8 o'clock also going to pay. So Shotgun doing a very good job of keeping 00STEVE from getting too big. Shutting down the small 5, shutting down the 8 o'clock, and shutting down that middle with another barrage of berserker bloodlusted ogres being sent there now, bloodlusted on up, and sent with a one-way ticket to beat them up into Frown Town. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. And there's Blue is still trying to take it to King Hillbilly, who has yet to get off his back feet. He says, "Come on, man, why do they gotta be picking on me all the time?" And where is Black? Is pretty soon Black will be on the attack as we see that small 12 o'clock mine quite exposed to the death and decay abilities of Black. Has Black chosen to attack yet? No, but they will be soon, as they've had enough time to play 3 games of Sim City, and 12 o'clock is locked and Black is back. You should have had the Black to pink hack, because you would have seen that many ogres rampaging, Rick rolling past all the fences and winning the game, finally defeating Shotgun X and K to the H to the B, handing them their first not victory. That's the big D for defeat. Or not. Looks like Shotgun has actually been able to hold them off. I think his small 12 mine is punished, but that was always expected, as the death and decay was right along the way there. And a very good defense of it at the small 9 position from 00STEVE. And it looks like the team, a Dynasty Lux and 00STEVE have done it. And they've won it and brought themselves back into this game. Woohoo! And given some really good practice to the Wiki World Champions of the world. Shotgun and K to the H to the B. Black ogres running amok in Shotgun's base. They're looking like they own the place. Just running here and running there, running everywhere. Undisputed Black Team Dynasty Nuks. And that's going to be it. That's the GG. As we can see, Shotgun just going to have to ignore those ogres and then continuously push towards 00STEVE, who has set up shop in the middle like he owns the place. He has 2 town halls all over the place. Even setting up shop at the small 5. How bold can one man be? Ooh, Steve. King Hillbilly says small 5, but Shotgun's got bigger problems to worry about, as continuous flows of bloodlusted ogres continuously flow from that 11 o'clock spot. And what's a man to do? He has not enough time to defend the middle, to attack the middle, to defend the small 12. Just too many ogres. KHB, you're gonna need to pull yourself up by your knickers and join this game, please, in the near future, according to the Shotgun. But Shotgun's not going to give it on up. His APM is rocket fueled. He doesn't even know how to go half speed. But look at the gold flow on 00STEVE, though. That is a lot of peons. And here comes the big nail in the coffin, as his 2 o'clock spot is completely, utterly obliterated by that death and decay. What a guy. What a game. What a display of Wiki Warcraft 2 skills from our hero 00STEVE. Ooh, Steve, as he puts the world champions to shame. But Shotgun not going to bow out yet. He's going to take the fight right to that middle of the map and punch every peon in the face. And here, KHB joining him for the fight, and they're going to destroy all mining from our hero team, Dynasty Nuks. A lot of death and decay hasted on up and sent over there. Plenty of ogre kills, but still not enough to completely wipe that out. And in the black, once again, Shotgun X suffering from not using that black to pink hack. He's old school, a true blue bred and not using black to pink hack, but that's gonna pay here as he's unable to see these ogres quite clearly, and he's got a choice to make. Will he go for the attack, or nope, is gonna be the defend, but that's gonna be a let up of the middle clock attack, and KHB just not gonna be able to deal the decisive blows he was able to deal when Shotgun was joining him in the middle of the map. A brilliant maneuver from Team Dynasty Deluxe, or Nuks, now puts this game firmly in the bank account. A win they just cashed in. Cha-ching versus the world champions of the world. Ooh, Steve, giving you a preview of the action he expects to bring to the Wiki World Champion in just a few matter of days. But Shotgun's not done yet. One last ditch ogre army assault, but too many ogres at the middle of the map, and that spells GG, get gone girls generation. Good to the game for our hero Shotgun X. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. I want to thank my sponsor, Lord. He's pretty awesome. I want to thank also WikiWar2.ru. Spasibo to Il, Spasibo to Mistral. I want to thank War2USA.com. Hey, they're War2USA.com. I want to thank the Troggle Art, who plays on GOG, Galaxy Games, the legal way to play, the Polish way to play. All right, here comes another last-ditch effort assault, and he is mining quite heartily, and actually KHB has made a bit of the comeback there, ladies and gentlemen, but you can see the expansive, explosive forces of 00STEVE. He's just mining absolutely everywhere, and has been doing so all game. He's never known less than 2 base economy because his duel has just done it, ladies and gentlemen. Secured the win. Here's the final nail in that coffin, ladies and gentlemen. His production under assault. Shotgun backing up. He's expecting KHB maybe to make the comeback, but his expectations are a little too much here as the Black Ogres able to once again defeat his forces and lay down the law in his own base. So Black running amok freely in Shotgun's base, and they're now attacking his gold flow. So cutting down the resources. They had the production under control, but now they're going right for the throat in the resources. Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time. And I think we had a joke book around here. I could tell you a joke. What's the definition of a farmer? It's a man outstanding in his field. Oh, man. Anyway, here's trying his best to secure his mining once again. And KHB is mining very well down there. Hasn't been suffering a lot of assaults. Shotgun's been taking the brunt of it recently. Although the entire first half of the game, it was KHB against the ropes, against the 2 base might of 00STEVE, and now adding the black player. Although the black player, the Team Dynasty Nuks, it seems like he's focused on Shotgun the entire time, which is probably the correct decision, as Shotgun's economy is now in shambles. His production is almost non-existent. He's going to continuously try, as it looks like KHB just might have pulled himself back into this game by making a brilliant assault at that middle clock spot. It's going to come down to whether or not the 8 o'clock has been starting to mine, and then whether or not that small 5 is able to produce any gold ducats. Still, 00STEVE has been able to hold that middle of the map the entire game. But the middle of the map, very difficult to mine from because the peons just keep on dying. Team Dynasty Nuts leads the game. Oh my gosh! What? What? Shotgun and KHB have done it, defeating against all odds. Oh my gosh! Brought to you by Trogger.